Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It's Drew here and we're with Zach right now, but we are back at Six Flags Magic Mountain for the second time this week actually. And it is an abysmal 101 degrees as I'm speaking. Yeah, let's take the helpful Honda Express just to not have to walk up the hill. But we're gonna head back to West Coast Racers and then eventually Riddler's Revenge because we've got some buddies we gotta meet up with. But yeah, it is.
Spoilers, Taylor Bybee and Dan from Midway Mayhem.
But it is ridiculously hot today. Most people are at Hurricane Harbor, and I don't blame them. I'd rather be there right now. But yeah, it's gonna be one of those days. So let's head up the Helpful Honda Express. All right, so we actually ended up meeting up with everybody when we were looking at West Coast Racers real quick. But we're literally with Taylor from Coaster Studios, and then also. Yeah, whatever. And then we got Dylan from Theme Park Obsession. I'm sure you guys know him. Hey, there he is. And then also Dan from Midway Mayhem is down looking at West Coast Racers still, but we're heading back up the hill all the way to Tatsu.
Hold your hand like
You know what? You know what?
Like that.
Yeah,
no, not that high.
You like?
No, you're doing it too high.
Yeah. Anyways, Taylor over here, Mr. Japan himself, because he's so cool, right, Taylor?
Yeah, I'm so cool. Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to ride Tatsu.
I was in Hawaii yesterday.
Yeah, whatever. We're going to go on Tatsu and, you know, maybe the best flying coaster in the world.
Nah.
Okay, whatever. So, up for our first ride of the day. Tatsu, it's about a 30-ish minute wait. So, not great, but not bad either. So, after our brilliant ride on Tatsu in the second to back row, we're heading over to X2. So, let's go get extreme on this thing. So, ended up getting one ride on X2. Taylor actually rode it a good 3 times, but that's because there's no wait for it. But I never thought I'd say this, but a good majority of the layout, good God. Zach just rode by in Heelys, you little punk, you. But regardless, X2 is kind of becoming a little boring. I never thought I'd say that.
What?
So, first drop is still immaculate. So are a lot of the elements, but the second half of the ride, I'm just kind of like, wee, woo. You know, I mean, it's just kind of funny how that ended up happening. I mean, I still love the ride. It's still just out of my top 10, but yeah, kind of surprised by my ride today, honestly. Kind of just. Do you usually get like okay?
We had a stand-up one too. Oh yeah.
Welcome back to National Geographic. Today, we have the bike eating his salad while on his phone, probably looking at the Snapchats we sent him. Please buy Parks Bros merch. Don't buy Taylor's merch. That merch bad. Parks Bros merch good. Featuring Scream hoodie. So purchase that now.
I honestly wanted that hoodie.
He's also wearing a shirt that says he's single in Japanese. Please help us all. Thank you, and good night.
She's watching your stuff. Why do you keep filming my salad? Why not?
Who says we aren't filming your salad right now? So, actually just had a nice dinner at across from Tatsu, that barbecue place. And one interesting thing that I found was the fact that Zach and I got burgers and one drink, and it ended up being upwards of $35, which is a little steep in my opinion, but I mean, it is an amusement park, so that makes sense. You know, they got to make their money somehow. But after an actually quite tasty burger, I will say, we're heading on to Ninja because it's a walk-on, just like Tatsu. Even Tatsu's a walk-on now, so a lot of the crowds have definitely left out for the day, which is great news for us. We're gonna be able to get on to a lot of stuff in the next couple hours. So after a pretty great ride on Back Row of Ninja, we're going on to Superman Escape from Krypton. I don't usually do this one because it's got usually a quite long wait, but today it seems to be quite short, at least we hope. So hopefully it's not too bad weight-wise, and we'll get right on. We just got front row on Superman, and it was probably the best ride I've ever had on it, for sure. Definitely great coming back down and feeling that full force of the wind in your hair as well. I mean, you could definitely tell by Taylor's hair that he was definitely sitting front row.
My hair always
give it a
looks
side,
like
give it a side view though. Look at that. It's like streaking. But it was a lot of fun in front row. Definitely the best place to sit on the ride, I would say. But still not too great in my opinion. I mean, I think it's over a little too quick, but it is going 100 miles an hour, so I can't really complain about that. But it was still a lot of fun. So I'm definitely gonna try and check it out more if I can get front row more, but we'll just have to wait and see. But Full Throttle is looking very beautiful right now. Man, here's one great thing about riding Superman. You get this beautiful view of Full Throttle as you're coming off, but it should be coming by pretty quickly. I think I hear it. No, that's Riddler's. That's gotta be Riddler's.
Back to National Geographic.
The park really is looking beautiful right now. Like, really beautiful. All right, now to one of my favorites in the park, at least family coaster-wise, and that is Gold Rusher. Let's get on this classic.
Second best ride in the park.
All right, never mind. We have convinced Taylor otherwise. We are going to get him wet. We're going on Jetstream right now. And also, we'll get some great views of West Coast Racers as well. Okay, stop hitting my arm. What are you... But we'll get some great views of West Coast Racers in the queue line, but after that we'll probably hit up Gold Rusher because it's a walk-on right now. They are sending out empty cars, so hopefully the wait for Jetstream is pretty non-existent, so we can just get it on and off real quick. But we'll get some nice views of West Coast Racers as well, which will be great. But let's go get a little wet on Jetstream. So I guess riding Jetstream was the correct choice because that was the most insane ride I think I've ever had on Jetstream. I was sitting in the front, there were 4 of us, and it was just a little tight for me, but that's because I'm also 6 foot tall.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you about Jetstream. This is like the best ride in the park, and it's highly themed to Jets and Streams. Best ride in the park, I don't even know what to say. It's better than Superman, to be honest.
So Jetstream was a lot of fun, but it was super intense in the front row where we were, especially on the 2 drops. Definitely got quite wet, actually. A little more wet than I was expecting, but it was always when I didn't expect it. It was never when we went down the drop. It was always when we were making a weird turn or just, floating regularly. And then all of a sudden, it just hit the water right and got us quite wet. But right now, I think we're probably just going to go on Gold Rusher, maybe get a drink or 2, and then we've got another hour in the park. It's about 8 o'clock now, so we're going to do whatever we can for the next hour. All right, now we're going to do what I consider the best family ride in the park, and that's Gold Rusher. All right, we've made it. Of course, Superman goes right as I'm about to talk, but we made it to the Scream Punk District for the first time today. Dan just joined back up with us from Midway Mayhem, and we're going to check out Twisted Colossus before going back to X2 later on, probably for our last ride of the night. All right, so we actually just went over to Twisted Colossus's entrance and discovered that it was a 40-plus minute wait. We don't really have that time.
And then it
it broke down while we were standing there, so they went down right now.
Want us to ride it.
So we're not riding Twisted today, but we're gonna go back to X2, potentially hit up Full Throttle on the way. So no Twisted today. That's such a weird thing to say. Every visit I've been here, I've ridden Twisted at least once. It's weird, man. Weird. We're going at X2, Full Throttle potentially, so let's head that way. All right, so we've lucked out line-wise. It's only about a 15-minute wait for Full Throttle. Let's get on it. So, just got a really fantastic night ride on Viper. Goodness. On Full Throttle. But we made the climb with 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, we've made it all the way to X2. So we're going to do last ride of the night on X2, hopefully. Man, my calves are burning. But let's do this thing. All right, the park is now officially closed. We've achieved Le Rot Knox 2, I guess is what I'd call it, but we're getting the last ride of the night on X2, the insane beast of a coaster on this side of the park. So let's get on. So we were very successful in our last ride of the night on X2, and oh my goodness. Remember how I was saying I was a little bored of the ride earlier on today? But that's just because I usually ride it near the front. I usually go for the front 3 rows if I can. I've never gone farther back than row 5. We did row 6, which is the second to last row on the ride tonight, And oh my goodness, if you ever think you're getting bored of that ride, just go farther to the back, because it's the most insane thing I think I've ever experienced at this park. Now, is it the best thing? I don't know, honestly. It was still a little rough, obviously, but oh my goodness, the most insane thing I've ridden at this park. It was just crazy. So definitely ride back row if you're ever getting bored at the front.
I'll do it after.
All right, so we just left out of Six Flags Magic Mountain. We just got
say hi to Drew's vlog.
So we just left Six Flags Magic Mountain for the day after a close, and pretty awesome day. It was great seeing Taylor and Dan. I'll put their channels in the description. But yeah, I'm kind of sad I'm gonna not see them for at least until November or so, probably for both of them. Until IAPA. Yeah, probably till IAPA. But until
Drew's
then,
going to IAPA.
I mean, wait. Spoilers.
Maybe, we hope so.
I hope so too. But we'll just have to wait and see, right? So until then, though, we'll see you on the next ride.